I wanted to pick armors that represented both his rank and his upbringing. He was a street kid that was always fighting alone, very defensive, very stoic. That's why I thought the EOD combined with the CQC shoulders was a good choice. They give him this really big profile and close up gaps in his armor, and from certain angles, the shoulder pads really cover up his face. And that really adds to the closed off nature of Pain when we first meet him. The breacher chest and wrist really help him signify his rank. He's the leader, he has the shotgun, he's the first one in and first out. He wants his men to believe he can basically walk through hell and not get burned. The color red also helps since it's so aggressive and sort of, I think the only problem with his Halo 3 armor is that it's much more smooth and doesn't give that big tough guy silhouette. The Halo 4 armor, however, looks incredible. It's especially the visor. It's such a good evolution from the Halo 3 design. Lieutenant Jammer is the team's techie. He's always looking for intel and data. He's generally trying to look for a new way to outsmart the enemy, and Recon works great for him. Not only because of it's a great armor, it's a fucking amazing design, but it really fits his role as the intelligent guy, like the intelligence guy that can like make plans and fly. And in Halo Reach, his armor is all recon parts, like the shoulder pads and the helmet. But in Halo 3, he has his recon helmet, but he has scout shoulder pads. I wanted to give the impression that he is like mixing pieces of armor to see what works best. And in Halo 4, I kept that motif, and he is also wearing the orbital chest piece instead of the regular Mark V that he would. Jammer is also one of the nicer members of Fireteam, Bohemian, so I think orange is a good choice for him. Not only because he's the second in command, but orange is like a color of a warmth, so he's kind of the friendlier guy, and it's a really good fit for the color orange. And he's also, you have Payne, who's red, who's the commander, and he's second in command, who's orange, so it's a nice little, like, little rainbow going on there. Little rainbow, like, design choice. And fun fact, when we originally started the series, he was actually black and teal, and then about halfway to 2024, around I think like May or so, he was purple. And well, not May, so maybe like around January he was purple, but in May of 2024 he changed to orange. It was more or less just a minor design choice. I think the only reason why he's orange now is because of the little rainbow thing he has going on. Captain is the only non-Spartan of the group. He's an ODST that doesn't initially get along with Bohemian when he first joins, but comes around when Breach is beginning to get conquered by the Covenant. He's written to be kind of a dick. He's always questioning orders or like pointing out flaws, and like not really like he's willing to slack off basically. And he takes great pride in being an ODST, and he kind of carries around this resentment with him that he's not with an ODST unit anymore. And he views other armors with like contempt and thinks that the ODST armor is like the fucking pinnacle of like UNSC design. For example, in Halo 4, he switches armors, and he has soldier armor with a warrior helmet, keeping the same color choice. And like because his old armor got replaced, it's kind of like a little kind of way to like help him show how vulnerable he can get. He's constantly complaining about the visor or the armor not fitting. He's a creature of habit, and he's very uncomfortable without his ODST armor. His Halo 3 armor looks great. It's the heavy configuration of the Fireteam Raven variants. He has a ton of pockets and a backpack full of shit. It's very fitting for the support rifleman. His color green also plays into his character. He values reputation and duty more than anything, but he's also a bit jealous of the other fire teams, since Bohemian is not normally getting shafted by command. Grim is the marksman. The entire design is to be low profile as possible. The scout helmet, the sniper shoulders and shaw he has in reach, the dark blue and black coloring. He's very detail-oriented, but sounds drained all the time. He's tired and kind of fed up with anyone who isn't in Fireteam Bohemian. The dark colors really sell his like moody demeanor, how he's kind of just unpleasant to be around. The scout helmet in 3 and 4 really helps too, especially in 3, where like from certain angles you can, it looks like he's scowling at the camera. I think the Halo 4 armor kind of subtracts from his overall design because a lot of the armors in 4 are kind of bulky. It doesn't really like help his silhouette very much, but Reach has my favorite design also, the patrol chest and like the little cover on it and the spare bullets in the shoulder. It's a great little way to design a recon character who's also like the action ready guy who doesn't really like to communicate very well. He's very unsociable. So I think both his color and his design really help with that. Little Bill, being in the team's mechanic and demolition guy, was designed as a combat engineer. In Reach, the extra grenades make him look ready to lay waste to anything he get his hands on. The EVA equipment, especially in Halo 4, it really bulks him up, but also signifies him as a guy who's familiar with vehicles and aircraft. He is the driver and pilot. He's basically the guy you go to when you want to get from point A to point B. I think the only real setback, especially in Halo 3, is the size of the visor on the helmet. Other than that, it's nothing too major. It really helps with his overall demeanor. He's written as the go-getter with the appetite for destruction. That's why I chose the color yellow. He's energetic and normally willing to help out or talk about his skills with anyone willing to listen. It normally bites him in the ass, given how like not really extroverted, but like more or less talkative he is. But he's constantly fixing stuff. He feels the need to just make sure everything around him is just okay, while at the same time willing to just flatten anything he wants to.